Alright, you guys, so we finally got like a decent day today. You guys probably know that with the exception of a few days here and there, the whole West Coast has had nothing but wet and snowy and cold weather for the past 7 months. Yes, I said 7 months. At nighttime, up where we live, it's still pretty cold, so we have to have a fire at least at night. Yesterday and the day before, it was cold enough to have a fire all day. Um, and we're really running low on dry firewood. So we're basically just scrounging everywhere we can on the property, and so that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, so I'm at the bottom of our property, kind of in our area that I call the Manzanita Forest, and we're going to be going and getting some wood down here that we had to cut down recently. One of them, fortunately, was a tree that was dead already, so the wood should be pretty dry. So I don't know, but we're gonna check it out. Hopefully there's no music in the background because our neighbors are having fun over there playing their music, which is fine, but I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so hopefully it won't be an issue. But anyway, so we're gonna go over here to this wood pile, and it is, if I can get it in the frame, right there. Most of them are long logs, and I don't know, Ron's not here, he had to go work, so I'm just gonna drag some of these up the hill by hand because I need some exercise, and also, well, it's just easier to bring one big chunk up to the house than a whole bunch of little ones. So alright, here we go. Okay, so here is a closer picture of our log pile, and as you can see, he's already cut up some right here. But those are from this year and they're green, and that tree was alive until we had that big storm that knocked it over. So I'm going to be leaving these here, and we can bring the truck down later and get those, which is no problem. But yeah, right now all I'm trying to do is just find something like this log right here. This one was dead last year, and he just moved it over here recently, so that one is one I'm probably going to be getting. Safety first, guys. Always wear your gloves. All right. Okay. This sucker's heavy. Okay, now that I've got it kind of separated from the rest of the logs, I'm thinking too I'll probably end up taking this one up too. But this one's kind of hard because not only is it kind of big and heavy, but see at the bottom where like the biggest part is, there's barely any knots or anything for me to kind of attach my rope to. So I'm probably gonna have to drag it from like that end right there that's got like the knots on it, so that my rope just has something to kind of like, grip to and like not just slide right off. Because if I put it over here, even though I'm gonna probably cinch it down really tight, there's not going to be anything for it to just kind of, I don't know, stabilize it and keep it on there. So I got to go over here and tie it off over there. I'm going to bring you guys over here so you can see kind of what I did. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know how to do this kind of stuff, but for those of you who don't, so here, the rope, we already tied like a loop knot in it. I don't know what this knot's called. I call it a loop knot because when you're done, it has a loop in it. And then there's a couple of them, so we can use either one depending on how fat the log is. And we can just, put the rope through there and cinch it down, and it stays on there pretty good. I mean, it doesn't slide off or anything, especially if you've got like this little knot here and that knot here, there. I think those will really help it to stay on, because I got to drag it quite a ways, and we don't want it falling off and being a pain in the butt. Okay, so the log I wanted to drag up is still pretty darn heavy. I think it's still pretty wet. Also, it's quite large, you know, and I don't know if you can see that, but it actually made like a, I don't know, I'm trying to get it in the frame. It made like a really deep drag mark in the ground. So the thing's pretty darn heavy, so I think we will have to bring that one up with the truck. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this guy right here. I don't know if he's all dry, but as you can see, there's some dead stuff on there that we could cut off at least and burn, I think. And he is a little bit, you know, lighter. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit, he's a lot lighter. So I'll be able to drag him up because I gotta get this log either up the hill this way, which is really steep and the camera doesn't do it justice, or I have to go all the way around on our little road and then up this big long hill, which is probably how I'll have to do it so I don't fall on my back, because this hill's so steep I could fall down. That's another thing you guys gotta be careful for when you do stuff like this. You know, just watch the terrain, make sure there's nothing that you could trip over, or you know, something that could make you fall down because it's too steep, especially if you're not used to walking around in the mountains and the hills like we are. But yeah, so I think this one might be more of a thing to handle. I could bring Ron's truck down here, but the clutch is going out and it's a big huge diesel and I really don't want to drive something like that. When he gets the clutch fixed, then I might be able to drive it, but for right now, I don't want to do that. So I would rather just, you know, take the time and just at least drag a few pieces up so that we have something at least for tonight. And again, I just loop the rope around the fatter end in a place where there's like some knots. Like there's a knot right there. And that way the rope can stay on there and it'll come off easily when I want it to. Okay, more than half the way up the hill. Sorry about the wind, you guys. But that was pretty steep. Like I've said before about our road, the camera doesn't do it justice. So I'm gonna rest here for a second before I go up to the last little part of the driveway. Okay, this is a little bit off the subject, but here's some wild alpine chamomile, otherwise known as pineapple weed. And luckily for us, we have a lot of this growing here, and we like to pick it and use it for tea. There's spots I don't pick it from, but right here alongside our little road here, because nobody sprays or anything like that, this stuff should be perfectly safe to use, and you use it just like regular chamomile tea. Okay guys, so this is the haul for today. Not too shabby for one person all by herself with a rope, going up and down hills and things. I got this big guy right here that my foot's on. I got him earlier, and then I decided, hey, this would make a really good video. And then you guys saw me pick up this guy, and the other two pieces are just little sticks. They were no big deal. But that's what you got to do sometimes. We're pretty much out of dry firewood, so yeah. As you can see, we got a huge pile here going already, but this is like a brand new tree that fell down. Have you guys seen our video earlier this year about the trees cracking and breaking and falling? Well, this is one of them. Yeah, that's just one tree. I think there might be a stick or two from another one in there, but really this is all just from this one big tree. And as you can see, there's the big stump right there. But that's not usable firewood right now. It's got to dry for at least a year or two before we can burn it. So we've been just scrounging. And I think everybody's in the same boat right now. We're going to have plenty of firewood next year. But yeah, it's just been so cold. So cold lately. Okay, so I decided to come back in the house now. I think that's probably enough wood for now. Ron and I can get the rest together when he has like some time to spare and it's not raining. Yesterday would have been a really great day for both of us to do it, but it was just pouring down rain most of the day, which it has been doing for, like I say, months. I'm just grateful that it's not snow this time like it has been like in the recent past. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys little tricks that we do every once in a while to gather wood. And for all of you out there that might be having, you know, problems getting, you know, firewood or something, that might be something that could be useful to you. So hopefully that'll help you out. And yeah, I'm just trying to show you guys a little bit how we live. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Do all that good YouTube stuff and have an awesome day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Yep, scroungy firewood. That's all we got left, though. Looks pretty bad.